Hello, everyone, and welcome to Scarred Sins of Shelzar, Season 2, Episode 18, where we continue our story of Dead Man's Rust. But just before we get into where we were at when we parked, a couple things I want to draw everyone's attention to. First off, as you probably know if you've seen the channel before, and if not, welcome. This is the 10th anniversary of Onyx Path Publishing. There's a lot of cool stuff going on to celebrate it. Not the least of which is each month there is a new game that goes on sale and is featured. This month's featured game is the Crossroads Continent, which is the setting that was where Rich Thomas, the founder of Onyx Path, it was his first D&D setting. So seeing that brought to life in 5th edition is super cool. I've had the extreme honor and pleasure of being a part of that, and it's been a riot. If you want to check it out and play, this Friday's Pathcast, it will be part 1 of an actual play in an adventure in the Crossroads Continent. So definitely check that out. The other thing, speaking of Onyx PathCon, is June 10th through 12th. There are slots that you can sign up for if you want to run games, where you can run games, make a few bucks, donates part of the per seat fee for charity. So if you're interested in running some games, we would love to have people show up, run games for others. We're also going to have a lot of actual play content scattered over multiple channels, and we'll have panels here on the Onyx Path channel all weekend long, so you can catch up on what's going on, listen what's coming out, and things along those lines. All that information, everything I just sort of went on about, is in the Monday meeting notes. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that link in the chat. Go check it out. It's really big this week because of all the stuff that's going on. And then we also have a sale on physical books over at Indie Press Revolution. I believe they're 50% off select titles. So go head over and check that out as well. Now that the bills are paid, we can get to the Scarred Lands, Dead Man's Rust, where we parked. You had all gotten together in the inn. You'd all made your way back there, and we're taking a long rest. Is that accurate? You are now inside the city of Glivet Hotel. You've had a few interactions. You interacted with one of the counselors who claims to be sort of on your side, or at least willing to help you out. And you also had seen the undead wizard who piloted the dragon at the previous attack to the Gleaming Valley while you were out and about in the town. You're pretty sure that she saw you as well. You did some basic recon looking around Glivet Hotel, and you discovered there's a event coming up, I believe at the Parthenon Noctis, if I'm not mistaken. And right. You were going to head there to see or you had talked about possibly heading there, see if you can get some intelligence, see if you can find out if Lucian Bane is there. Is that about right? Does that sound about like where we parked?
Yep.
Cool. Any questions or anything that you would all like to do as you complete your rest and the sun rises?
Do this.
Okay. You make your way out into the street. This section of Glivet Hotel is kind of always crowded, always busy, not generally terribly noisy, but busy. And always carries kind of a musk that's sort of a mix between, sweat and rot from the living and the dead. As you step out into the street, it's probably about twice as thick as it was the day before, just with traffic. Many people, seems like most of the people, at least in this part of the civilian quarter, are making their way in the same direction as you, headed towards the Coliseum. Anything in particular you would like to do or avoid doing while you travel?
Were we meeting up with forgot her name?
I believe she said she would be back at sundown the next day.
Oh, gotcha.
Right. And her name was Tarnia.
Arnia.
Yep.
That down.
So yeah, you have until dusk to kind of figure out what it is that you want to do. So yeah, just trying to keep your head down and avoid notice as you move through the crowd. Is that your plan?
One thing I was thinking of, we do have some party funds. We might be able to like raid a magic shop and see if we can buy some scrolls.
Yeah, we could probably get anything we need right now, you know.
I mean, certainly not the worst idea you've ever had.
Yeah, we have a lot of money.
And the things I'm thinking are things that'll help us mainly get around undetected. Which is,
Such as what? Like what kind of things are you looking for specifically, I guess?
to be honest, I'm not entirely sure, but stuff like even just like pass without trace.
Ooh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Just things that'll like help us as a group be more because we stand out. Like, let's face it, this is a group of individuals you don't often see walking around this city.
Sure, that's fair.
But I mean, we could also pick up some like offensive scrolls just to have some, because then we don't need spell slots to use higher level spells. And I would imagine they have offensive scrolls on sale in this. I don't know. Just a thought.
Yeah, I mean, if that's something you want to do, is try to find a place where you can, pick up some magical items and such.
Just so we're clear, we're gonna go to the Coliseum to see if Lucian Dame's gonna be there, correct?
Correct. Yeah, I think your ultimate aim was going to be to try to, if he was present, I think you're going to try to sneak into his place, if I
Okay.
recall properly. Was your ultimate plan?
If you guys want to go do that while I scout out, go to the Coliseum and see if he's there, that's an option if you guys want.
I thought we decided we were not going to split up because it's a bad idea.
And it's like far as hell, right?
Yeah.
Just
Other
like
side
another
of town. Like, I don't remember much from last session, but I remember somebody saying never split the party.
All right.
Yeah.
Idea we could get, and I bet you they definitely have a scroll of summon undead. We could conjure a ghost to go watch the fight for us and tell us if Lucian Dane shows up.
Yeah.
Well, if anywhere is going to have a
Or Unseen Servant, you know?
live it a tell.
That or Unseen Servant, one of the two, but Ghost probably faster, right? Most likely.
Yeah, Unseen Servant's also like somewhat limited on how far away from you it can get and still work.
Right.
Cool. I think it's a great idea, Sherlock.
Get the undead then. Yep.
All right, so you just kind of duck your head into the first. I mean, there's no magic shops in the civilian quarter, so you'll have to at least make your way up to the awakened quarter before you can enact this plan. And then what are you looking for specifically to identify a magic shop? Like, what is there a type of drawing you're looking for? Is there a certain sort of style of shop you're trying to see? What would
I'm guessing that why man brain sorry. I'm guessing that Haiku probably has the best chance of understanding any of the glyphs around here and seeking out a place with necromantic.
If it's if you want me to do like an arcana, probably not, because I don't have a high arcana. If that's something I gotta like use to like find this.
I mean, I've got
Would
arcana.
that fall
if they're
under
using,
like? Would that fall under like a language spell?
yeah, if you have comprehend languages, you can read any markings they might have as well. Like if it's marked in language, if it's just like a crest or something like that, that wouldn't fall under comprehend languages. But if you're trying to look for like signage, that's what that would fall under.
All right, I'll just drop a comprehend language, and then we'll kind of share within ourselves like until we figure out what place sounds like where we want to be. I don't know what other criteria would be necessary.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like I can also make an arcana check, but I don't know.
I mean, if you want to make an arcana check, you're welcome to as well. But
the 20.
Damn.
There you go. It's not too bad.
Not natural, but got it.
So you're aware that a lot of these scrolls are going to be the kinds of things that are probably not going to be like in a run-of-the-mill shop. Okay. Most necromancers have that spell, that want to cast that spell, either have it in their spell book or they know how to create the scroll themselves. So there's probably a couple exceptions to that. If you go to some place that's maybe affiliated with the city guard, you might be in good shape. Also, if you look toward places that are more focused on worship, you might be okay. For example, it's not impossible that a temple of Vangal might carry such a scroll, and it's almost guaranteed that a temple of Belsmeth would.
So what Ithran's suggestion is to check the black market. Because if we consult with shady people, we're probably less likely to be terribly, terribly betrayed.
Ithran is so smart.
Or like give ourselves away or something.
I mean, it's a fair idea. How do you intend?
If like we're supposed to be, mages, you can't really question why we're getting this spell, because it interferes with like, our practice, like the law here, don't interfere with mages' business. So if I'm like, yeah, I want this scroll, they're really gonna be like, oh, really? Why? It's like, hey, mind your business,
Also a good point. I guess the question then becomes, if you did want to look into the black market, how would you attempt to do so? What means would you try to use to reach out to the black market?
So my default idea is to find a real like shady, seedy tavern.
Besides the one you just left?
Yeah, and make discreet inquiries.
Okay.
I would assume also they'd be roguish, right? So I have thieves can't. If there's anything around, any markings like that.
Oh, why don't you go ahead and make a give me a perception check.
Nice, 21.
Damn.
I'm rolling too high
Yeah,
today. It's gonna go real bad at the end. Watch.
Yeah, you absolutely, as you're walking along and you're sort of debating, like, well, we could try this, we could try that, well, we could split up. We said we weren't going to split up. And like you catch out of the corner of your eye, Haiku, a little glyph that's carved in the top of a building, like in the top of a doorway leading to a building. Looks like it might be some kind of a shop or something along those lines. But it's definitely a marker that this place is friendly to folks that practice thieves' cant.
All right. I just go bingo. I'd say like stop everybody up. That's what we're looking for. You want some shady shit? It's gonna be in there.
Mhm.
Are you all good?
I will follow Haiku's lead on this one because he knows how to do sketch way better than I do.
That's fair. Are you all going to go in, or are you just going to have a couple of you going?
I'm not going.
I mean, I'll go in if Haiku wants backup.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some backup just in case, you know.
We're gonna like half and half it.
I was to say, does it look like a big place?
No, it doesn't look too big.
I say maybe two of us stay out on the street then. I'll hang outside.
Just watching out, I guess.
Just
you know?
holler
Yeah.
if you need me.
All right, dope.
All right,
All right, so I'm
Who's
going
up
in.
we got Haiku, Charlie, and Ithrin going in, right?
Yes.
And then so that leaves Alan and Charlene out on the street.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Charlie needs to go, but she's carrying the big person.
I love that the two biggest guys are out on the street.
Yeah. Well, we'd have the hardest time fitting in the door.
True.
So you go in, and this place isn't so much set up like a shop per se. Like you do see there are some shelves that have various items on them. But the rest of the way, it really looks very similar to an inn. There's tables, very low tables, and rather than stools, they have like pillows around them. And you see a guy, human, looks like he's maybe in his mid to late 50s. Very colorful in terms of like just straight up like looks like he's gotten a lot of sun, which doesn't look particularly common around here. Even one might even say a little bit ruddy in the cheeks, you know, a little bit of gin blossom going on. And he has shoulder length hair. Looks like it hasn't seen a comb in many a year. And he's just sort of sitting lotus like on top of one of the tables and slowly opens his eyes when you walk in. Ah, what brings such wonderful guests into my home?
I'm gonna in thieves can't say I heard we can come here if we needed some scrolls.
He replies to you also in Thieves Can't. Are your friends cool?
Most definitely.
Says, oh, good. Sorry. He like pulls the wig off and he's like bald, like completely hairless. Pulls both of his eyebrows off and sets them down next to one another on one of the tables and then claps twice. And like the illumination inside goes darker You can see various. Not only are there just like scrolls, a couple of spell books. You see like a severed hand that has candlesticks coming out of the fingertips, and several magic weapons hanging on the walls, and armor, and just this place looks like an armory.
Cool.
Sick.
He says, "So, what is it that brings you here today? What sort of trouble would you like to stir up in a city of death?"
Oh,
And I would
just
like each of you, while you're in there, to go ahead and give me a perception roll, please.
perception.
I like
Okay.
this guy. And up until he took off his wig and eyebrows, I was picturing Weird Al.
I got an 11, so I think whatever she's supposed to see, Ithrin is just too distracted by everything else interesting in the building.
That's fair.
It's just 13 for me.
13, Hector?
What was it? I missed it. Sorry.
Perception, sorry.
I was reading a spell and where's my character sheet? 18.
Okay. Yeah, Ithrin and Haiku are a little too distracted by the like sudden shift in the environment, but Charlie, you very clearly notice as his sort of robe kind of falls open a bit in the front, you very clearly notice a vertical slit from like just above his solar plexus going all the way down, well past the fold of his garment. And you've been around enough, you've heard enough stories, you know enough to recognize immediately that the lack of hair and that vertical abdominal slit pretty much means he's a high gorgon. And high gorgons are servants of Mormo. They tend to be very, very monstrous creatures.
So is it like there's no way this person isn't evil? Is that?
I mean, it's very unlikely. You probably would assume it's very unlikely that they're not at least a Titan servant.
Okay.
Whether or not that matters to you is up to you. Whether or not that matters in this context is up to you. But you're like 100% sure this person is probably one of the cultists trying to raise Mormo.
Okay. Well, I will just note that.
I would assume that's a big no-no even here, right?
Oh, especially here. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. I mean, for all of the horrors of Glividotel, they are godly folk in the Scarred Lands.
All right. I'm gonna say that we're looking for some Pass Without Trace, some Dimension Door, and some Arcane Eye.
Ooh, you're up to some fun, aren't you?
Always.
I see.
Also, I want to just keep what kind of dope weapons he's got up there.
I'm gonna use message to just drop that information about him.
Okay.
So that because I don't know if that matters, but it's starting to bug me.
All right, so you're just gonna like let the other two know that?
Yeah.
Well, he's definitely not likely to snitch on us because we have that information on him, at least. You know, probably doesn't want anybody knocking on his door.
That's a fair assessment. Yeah, that's fair to say. So you're looking for weapons specifically?
Those scrolls specifically, but also just like they're there. I want to see if there's anything cool for like, you know, for I'm blanking on everybody's name. It's been so long.
Charlon?
Arlon and what's my other character name again? I forgot.
Holland?
Holland, yeah. especially Holland.
Okay. So you're looking to see like if they have the types of weapons that you're accustomed to seeing them using, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Let's see. Give me a half a second here. Why don't you go ahead and roll percentile for me there, if you don't mind. Mike, go ahead and roll it 4 times.
Roll it 4 times.
Mhm.
Okay, so the first one. First one's going to be 82.
Okay.
Second one's going to be 54.
Okay.
Third one's going to be 76.
Okay.
And the last one's going to be 13.
Okay. So you find it's actually extra funny. You find the scrolls you're looking for. And you do see one rather large axe, like double-bladed axe. There's some swords, some shields. He does pull out. There was the 2 scrolls or 3 scrolls: Dimension Door, Arcane Eye, and Pass Without Trace. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, he pulls out those 3. And real quick, what level is Pass Without Trace?
Let's see.
I think it's the first level.
It is 2nd level Abjuration.
Are you asking about any of the items or just about the scrolls?
Yeah, if there, I just want to ask about that axe. What's so cool about that? Is there anything like special about it besides it being a dope ass axe?
Says, oh yes, that axe was wielded by a great Asathi hero, and is said to have tasted the blood of Vangel the Ravager. In addition to its highly increased might that it provides, it can cause anyone wounded by it to go berserk, unable to control themselves.
Cool. All right. How much for the scrolls plus that?
One moment, he walks over and pulls out an abacus and some notes and starts going through them. You're fairly certain that if you whisper, you can probably communicate relatively freely while his back is turned.
About what? Or
I mean, I'm just saying, if you all wanted to talk real quick,
oh, okay.
you could pull that off if you needed to. Or you can,
Everyone's going to whisper. Are we sure this is still a good idea?
I
It was
don't
your
know.
idea.
I don't have a better idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guy definitely doesn't want to get caught right now, so.
all right, go ahead and give me a persuasion roll if you don't mind, Haiku.
Persuasion. Oof, it's a 13.
Okay. All right. So what you're looking at right now, give me a D6 roll, if you don't mind.
2.
All right, so you're looking at 20 gold for the pass without trace. And then give me $2d10, please.
10 and a 9, so 19.
So 38,000 for the other 2 scrolls.
38,000.
38,000. And then give me 2d6.
Both ones, so 2.
All right. He says the axe can be yours for 50,000 gold.
Can you convert that into platinum?
Yeah, if you convert to platinum, it's just drop a 0 off the end of it. One platinum's 100 gold. Or 10 gold, I'm sorry. One platinum's 10 gold.
Yeah, we don't have that kind of money.
We what?
We don't have that kind of money.
Can we just get the scrolls? Is that what we can afford or no?
No. No, we can afford the pass without a trace. No, we have 100 platinum and 823 gold.
Okay.
Wondering if individually, do any of us have any?
I don't have anything like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I have 924 gold. I don't ever spend money.
Yeah, that's crazy. I have no money.
I'm a hoarder.
I have 45 gold. But that's all.
I can't find where our money is now. It was just there and now it's gone. There it is.
Yeah, I only have like 50 gold. Well, we are not as rich as we thought.
Yeah. I thought we were balling. I thought we were rolling in it.
I mean, you are rolling in it, but you're also talking about buying like 2 rare magic items and a legendary magic item.
Yeah, I mean,
black market.
for our level, we're doing great. But yeah, I mean, we could always just kill him and take it. I mean, what? No, I'm chaotic good. I never said that.
And Aland is outside, so that's not going to happen. I'll just message Aland. The guy inside looking shifty, come take care of him. I'm not going to do that. I'm really not going to do that. Please don't.
We want things for free now.
I mean, is it really an evil act to kill a cultist who is trying to summon an evil god, especially if he's got something we really want?
All right. So, what does Arcane Eye do again? I just checked the chat, so I saw that. That's what Charlon said. Facing evil.
I mean, Dimension Door would help us get someplace if we needed to. It's a good escape option.
Well, it's good for 2 people to escape out of.
Yeah. Not all of us, right?
No, and we still have Ithrins.
Yeah, so I guess we technically don't need that one, but we're gonna be in the fucking snow, so we have to like track all the way back over here again. But it's something.
Yeah, I mean, Ithrin's amulet is like a break glass in case of emergency
Yeah.
type of deal.
Well, and you did have someone set up for Holy Beacon, right?
Yeah.
So
We do have the
yeah,
Holy
that.
Beacon also, yeah. And I suppose Clairvoyance might do it, but that's also a 3rd level spell, so it'd be the same cost as Dimension Door. I was just thinking of a way that we don't need to split up, but we can be watching the crowd while we are waiting.
None of you has any summon spell?
We are being so like extra careful.
I know. It's
Like
so out of character.
we're not. Yeah.
I'm so
this is
proud
not-
of you. You've all learned.
How much
Only
for
it took 4 years.
That implies that you've been trying to get us to do this entire time and avoiding all our Leroy Jenkins streams.
He loves our nonsense.
How much for just Arcane Eye?
Just Arcane Eye.
Yeah.
Isn't that
That would
Pokemon?
be 19,000.
Which we had 1,000,
1,000 of that.
right? We had 100 platinum.
So, pursuant to Travis's question, I do have the spell summon Fae, but I would need a long rest to prepare it. And
You
I
just
don't
completed a long rest.
Okay.
You all just completed a long rest before you left the bar.
Smart.
Yeah, I'm also not sure though that summoning a Fae would be helpful.
They're probably not here right now.
What's the worst that can happen?
I mean, I could think of a lot.
I mean, we could just take Pass Out Trace and just, hope that our contact knows what the fuck she's talking about,
How much was the 3rd level spell?
19,000, right?
Arcane,
No,
Eye,
Arcane
is
Eye
4th.
is 4th.
3rd level spell. Mike, go ahead and roll a d6 for me, please.
Because that's clairvoyance, which
2.
He's willing to let a 2nd level spell scroll go to you for 200 gold.
Okay.
a 3rd level.
2nd and 3rd. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we should just get a clairvoyance. It's 3rd level.
Clairvoyance and not Dimension Door, Pass Without Trace then? Call it a day?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Cool.
All right,
Just
so,
tell me what to take off the thing. I don't.
220.
yep, so 22 platinum. Anything else? You want me to gift wrap that for you?
Not necessary.
This ass is gonna get him killed.
This prize gougge is
mean-
going to get him killed. No, I was kidding.
Edwin looks like she was about to say, like, could you? It's for a birthday present. So
Oh, it's red.
He hands you your wares and shows you the door, resetting the illusion before you leave. You were inside for like 5 minutes, probably. While you're inside, Charlotte and Alan, what are you two doing out on the street?
Looking inconspicuous.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Are you Human Island right now? Is that what you're doing right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You catch a couple of odd glances, largely you're assuming because neither one of you is small. But for the most part, people are just kind of, there's not a whole lot of looky-loos around Globe Hotel. People tend to keep their faces at their feet and just keep moving. But yeah, you notice, and the other thing that you probably notice as you're watching is that despite the increase in foot traffic, there doesn't seem to be much of an increase in patrol presence. Right about the time you notice that, they come out with the scrolls in hand.
Cool.
We got Pass Without Trace and what do we get? I already forgot. Arcane Eye? No.
Clairvoyance.
Clairvoyance.
Which allows us to basically see or hear the location within 1 mile of where we are.
Okay.
Which is handy.
Cool.
Here, I'll paste the.
So what would you like to do now that you have acquired this?
Hand these off over
You
to
probably
Charlotte.
took 45 minutes looking around, by the way, out of your way. So.
I need to go if I'm gonna be the one casting clairvoyance. I'll need to go scout out the place where we need to watch from to see if what's his name shows up here, or to listen for what's his name to show up here.
So you're going to try to set up clairvoyance inside of the Parthenon Noctis. Right?
I would
You
assume
know,
that there are going to be a bunch of people watching the fights from a clairvoyance perspective.
Like a pay-per-view.
Yeah,
but
I'm not arguing any
Yeah.
particular point. I'm just making sure I understand
Yes.
what it is you're planning on doing. What were you going to say, Rachel?
I'm just wondering how likely it is that this is warded against people trying to do exactly what we're trying to do.
No, come here and pay, so see it.
Yeah, or just like not even people trying to get like a free show, but like one scurrilous mage trying to eavesdrop on his rival.
Why don't each of you make a history check for me?
I would do that.
All of us.
Yeah, because you're having this discussion out loud, so you can all sort of think.
I got a nat 1.
Same.
Yeah, you're like, oh, really?
Yep. This is a good one.
19.
Nice.
Excellent.
What a nerd. You're a little book
I
nerd.
know something.
It stands to reason. You can draw enough of a conclusion. The Sutek are historic enemies of Holofaust. And a lot of the knowledge of Holofaustian law has trickled down into the Iron Man. So if the laws here and the interpretation of the laws here are anything like they are in Holofaust, being caught spying, using magic to spy on another wizard is considered the same as interfering with their study.
Mm.
But like, I'm not trying to get close enough. I was assuming.
Yeah, I imagine there was gonna be like a floating eye, like on top of the Coliseum, just like to watch it. That's what I imagined.
Well, all I'm saying is that's what the
still
law,
probably illegal.
That's what the law, like you might, that might be the case you make if you ever get in front of somebody to hear your case. You know what I mean? Like, no, I was just trying to watch the fights.
Hey, maybe they sell remote sensing devices at the concierge.
Right. I'm just saying, I'm just making you aware that that could be interpreted that way if you got caught doing it. That's, you do what you will with that information.
Apparently, the dogs are after us.
Right. It takes a lot. I mean, that would assume you got caught. You know, obviously, a lot of the things that you're doing right now could get you killed legally. But I'm just making you aware of that's the crime that would be committed, that would be considered most likely. Especially if it's a bunch of non-humans that get caught doing it.
Ooh.
That's another thing that you are profoundly aware of, is that Liberatel isn't exactly the most forward thinking when it comes to race.
Well, I leave it to you. I got the scroll. Do with it what you will.
Pass without trace is still going to be really fucking useful. That's a plus 10
Yeah.
circumstance bonus to all of our stuff.
Yeah, to everyone.
No, it's handy. And like I said, I mean, if you want to try to go up there, scry around, and drop a arcane eye, you're more than welcome to, or a clairvoyance, you're more than welcome to. You just, you know, I just want to make sure you're aware of the risks.
Yeah, like the thing is to not get caught.
The secret ingredient is crime.
You don't need to be. You don't need to be close to the clairvoyant, right? Or do you?
No, I just need to know where to scry, right?
Mm.
Or I guess you could cast it too. It's just a scroll. You've already been there. You've scouted out the location. Maybe you saw some place that would be good to listen from.
No, they scouted out
Oh, the
Lucian
other
Gaines.
one.
Lucian's home.
His tower, yeah.
I thought they went past both of the.
Oh, they walked past they walked past the other Coliseum on the way to Lucian.
Okay, well then let's all go visit the other Coliseum and get familiar with what it looks like, because we got some time to kill before dusk anyway, right?
Okay.
That is true. You head down there, and it's this sort of massive. There's already shows going on there. It's like not even the main event yet. And it's already relatively crowded. It's constructed out of marble that appears to, that you assume was probably pulled from inside the mesa. And aside from the marble, there are two very large obsidian sort of obelisks on either side, on either end of the oblong fighting space inside the arena. The seats are filled almost to capacity when you arrive. You hear a lot of chanting. One of you had cast Comprehend Languages. That was Charlie, right?
Yeah.
And the rest of you don't speak Dunahan. So Charlie, you're the only one who's acutely aware that what they're chanting is more blood for the Ravager, more blood for the Ravager.
I see.
So yeah, they're praying to Vandal, basically.
Can I casually mention that to people, or will that like be a problem?
In what sense?
Like if I said something to everybody else that that's what they're saying, would somebody hear me? Would it be an issue?
Chances are fairly good nobody's going to hear you. Not a whole lot of people are paying attention to you at the moment. It's loud in there, and you're not going to be speaking the native tongue, so you could probably get away with saying just about anything.
Okay, yeah, I'll tell them that's what they're chanting.
Are you going to try to get in close enough that you can actually see what's going on in the arena?
We got plenty of time to kill, right? Why not?
You push your way forward.
At dusk, right?
Yeah, you still have a few hours. Several hours, in fact. You push your way through the crowd close enough to where you can actually kind of see what's going on. Inside of the arena, you see two, as near as you can tell, golems of some kind. They appear to be either golden or covered in gold. But as you look at them, and you can see sort of, there's not really, it's kind of perpetually gloomy in Glividatel. Even when the sun's up, there's not like any direct bright light generally. But they still have a bit of a glisten to them. And you can definitely see that their bodies appear to, at the very least, be a very good mimic or a gold-laced version of humanoid internal musculature and bone that have been blown up to this massive size.
Actually, it's really cool. Like that a lot.
And there are two of them, and you see they're on either side, sort of near those obelisks. And then in the center, you see a woman, looks like she's probably human, probably in her 40s. She's wearing like shoulder pieces. One looks like it's like a troll's skull, and the other one looks like it's probably an orc skull. She has a necklace that's covered in various fangs and bones, and she's basically wearing like leather straps wrapped around her unmentionables. She has a pair of hand axes, and each of the hand axes has like a knuckle guard that has like twisted spines sticking out of it. They're barbed and covered in like taut wire.
Holland, take notes.
That's what I love.
She puts both of her hands up in the air, and the crowd jumps to their feet, goes nuts. And you see these two gilded monstrosities start moving in toward her. Fight commences. The crowd is getting like a little wicked. You see some of them are like pushing at each other. Some of them are even like biting and snipping at one another a little bit. You see up close, probably 10 rows ahead of where you're standing, one of these shoving matches get physical enough that like an usher steps in and like pulls the people apart. What would you like to do?
So are there any seats here, or is it just like a big mosh pit, like a
It's like bench seating basically, all the way up. Probably 20 rows up, all the way around. So they're really just kind of like marble slats that you can sit on.
Yeah.
Nobody's in the seats right now.
Everybody's
You hear like startled scream from some of the rows down below as one of the arms comes flying off of one of those large gilded monstrosities into the crowd.
just fighting for like a drumstick at a concert?
Yeah, but it's like it like crushes a couple of people.
Oh, it's like that bit. Oh, I love it. Just,
I mean, they don't die, right? They can just come right back.
You say that like they'll just like be better. Like,
yeah. They're undead now.
So yeah, whilst all this is going on, what are y'all doing?
Basically just like an exhibition match before the actual show, right? Essentially.
Yeah, this is like the warm up to the warm up act.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm looking around for like the box seating that would be used by like a noble person.
You can see there are at each of the four like corners, for lack of a better term.
Mm-hmm.
So like the two outsides of the oval,
yep.
and the two corner points. Each has kind of like a overhead box that comes out. It's pretty gnarly. It appears to be made out of like bone. So it could be any one of those four.
Could always just hang around until we see him and then head over there.
Head over where?
To his place.
Oh. Without Tarnia?
Well, I mean,
wasn't this just like basically he confirmed that he was going to be here, and then we're going to get Tarnia so we can get inside?
I think that was your plan, was to try to find out if he was going to be there.
Yeah, because the rumor that he might fight, you know.
I don't think she was helping us inside.
She's not going to help you inside, but she said she had a way to help you get inside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should still go meet with her, but then maybe we just stop by to make sure he's here before we head over there.
Fair.
We can try to look real quick. If we need to.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to try to interrogate people, like ask around, carouse, snoop, like what would you like to do? You have a few different options for how to try to gather some information in this crowd.
I like snooping. I'll take snooping.
Okay. Anybody
Or
else?
yeah, I'll take snooping. Someone else should take carousing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, anyone else on Team Snoop?
I'm gonna just like sneak around and listen to conversations, see if anybody's. If I'll perk my ear up, and if anybody says anything about Lucian Dane, essentially.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception roll, and then Ithrin, go ahead and give me a stealth check, please. And did you put on that pass without trace or no?
No,
I think it's
I think it's
hour.
we're waiting until
It
we
is,
get to the
yeah.
tower, right?
Yeah.
So we can be sneaky. I got a 19 on that perception.
Yeah, so the dice were teasing me because it landed on an edge, and I thought for like half a second I was gonna roll a 19. I rolled a 5.
Oh.
And
Okay. So what's that bring your total to?
5. I rolled a 3, so 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Get back to you in a minute.
Yeah.
And nobody's going with Ithrin? Excellent. Okay.
I mean, not after that
Sorry.
roll, though.
What'd you say, Tom?
Not after that roll. Ithrin's on her own.
All right. That's fair. So as you're walking around, you get a lot of information. A lot of people are talking about Lucian Dane. As near as you can tell, he's 20 feet tall, can shoot fireballs from his eyes and lightning from his ass. But above and beyond that, there's it seems to be a pretty widespread rumor that he is going to be competing in tonight's main event. That it supposedly is going to be just a friendly competition, but like the bookies are already laying odds on it, and his opponent, the most common rumor is that it's going to be King Cretus, but there are a few other people who are rumored to be a possible opponent, and bookies are taking bets like regardless of opponent. So just saying, you know, they're letting them bet on Lucian Dane regardless. And most of the bookies in town are placing it at like 300 to 1 for the opponent.
All right, I'm gonna relay that information. Basically, you know, it's so widespread that even bookies are taking bets for it. You know, so high chance is gonna be here.
And while Ithrin is sneaking off, what are Charlung, Charlie, and Alan going to do?
I'm just watching the fight because I really like the golden golems things.
Yeah, I was pretending to be a lot more interested in the fight than I really am.
Yeah. And
I'm
Charlie?
gonna try to scan and assess like the general crowd, if there's anything happening, if there's anyone who looks particularly suspicious or interesting for some reason. Just kind of doing like I do in real life.
Why don't you roll an insight check?
Where is my good die? Isn't it? That's for sure. Is that insight?
Yep.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on it. I'm gonna use a different die because this one was mad at me for saying it wasn't my good die. Oh, that was a nat 20.
Nice. So as you're looking around, you spot a few things. You almost immediately spot the clerk from the magic shop, or someone who looks very much like him. You also spot 5 or 6 other people dressed in similar clothing, sort of spread around in such a fashion that you're pretty sure that they're casing the place, like gathering intel for some sort of an operation to go down here.
How many people am I seeing doing that?
5 or 6 maybe.
And are they like throughout, or are they all?
Yeah,
together?
they're like you're standing back and you just kind of like in your full field of vision, you can see them moving along. It's almost like they leap out at your senses, you know, like
right.
They're doing exactly what we're doing, basically.
right. Well, they're definitely casing the place. You're not sure what end. But it looks like they're checking entrances, exits. It looks like they're taking note of the security presence.
Is there anything particularly stand out about any of them?
Aside from one of them at least being a High Gorgon, no. They're, like I said, they're dressed in similar clothing, these priestly robes that he was wearing in his cover identity.
All right, I'll just keep an eye on it.
All right, cool. You're watching that. Ithrin, you where would you like to use stealth to gain information? Where would you like to be snooping?
I think Ithrin is just gonna sort of like follow her instincts and sort of and this is probably why she would roll real bad. She was like, oh yeah, where would I go if I was home in a normal city?
Okay, so you start going down and making your way, checking out like how the sewer connects to this complex. Hey,
Mhm.
Figueroa, thanks for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. We're
Oh,
Guardlands. So yeah, you make your way down kind of close to the sewer region. And as you do, you get down into a tunnel. Tunnel looks like it runs maybe underneath. So you're going to check that out to see if there's maybe some secret access that you can get. And as you round the corner into the tunnel juncture, you see a very large, fleshy, bulbous form that has filled the sewer. And it starts sort of shifting its way toward you. What would you like to do?
run away.
All right. You turn and take off running. Go ahead and give me a perception check as you turn.
Oh, D&D Beyond is trying to kill me tonight. I rolled a 10.
All right. You spin around, take like 4 steps and run directly into the like chest level of a rather gaunt human dressed in black robes.
Do I recognize him?
You don't, but you recognize his robes. He's definitely wearing the robes of a counselor, of a necromancer.
Ithrin will not say anything and will try to tumble past him.
All
Because
right, you're gonna just try to like squeeze beyond.
yeah, in Ithrin's mind, there is nothing that she can say to this man to make her situation any better. She will only make it worse if she tries to talk.
Very
So
good.
she should just get the hell out of the situation.
All right.
This is why Charlie didn't go with you.
Go ahead and give me a athletics or acrobatics check, whichever is your preference, please.
I will take acrobatics because I have advantage on that.
All right.
The dice are trying to kill me. I rolled an 11 with advantage.
Oh no. All right.
I know. This is
Goodbye.
how- This is how Ithrin dies.
Surprisingly enough, as you like drop and try to like roll past him, he like grabs you by the scruff of your neck and lifts you up and starts speaking in Dunahan to you.
And what?
Dunahan. Don't
Oh, I think
Well-
that Duhan, like
like Scotty.
Scotty. Yeah, I was like, oh, we're doing this
No,
now.
He starts speaking to you in Dunahan. You don't understand what he's saying. But you do understand that cube behind him is starting to bubble. and he pulls out some shackles from under his robe. He's going to try to put them on you. Are you going to try to shimmy free of his grapple?
All right, it's time to resort to the amulet, I think.
Wow, that escalated quickly.
Right?
Cone of cold.
This reminds me of one time when someone I knew set off a bunch of fireballs in a tiny hotel room.
Oh yeah. Who would have done that?
It's a thing that happened.
All right, there's actually nothing I want to cast while he is touching me.
Okay.
But yes, I would like to slip out of his grasp.
All right. You can make a either strength athletics roll, or do you have anything that gives you advantage, like trying to escape grapples, like that?
Nothing that I can find. Is there stone around here?
Oh, plenty of it. Yeah. The entire
Okay.
sewer is worked stone.
All right, so my plan is, I don't think I need to use the amulet. So my plan right now is to get out of his grapple and then cast meld into stone.
Okay.
So what was that to roll to escape the grapple?
It would be strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics.
Oh, I'm gonna go with dexterity because I got a penalty to strength. I only have an 8.
All right.
All right, acrobatics advantage. Oh, hooray! That's a 19. I'll roll just okay. 21.
Yep. You wriggle free of his grasp easily.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, meld into stone.
All right. And what's the casting time on meld into stone?
1 action.
All right. Excellent. So you're just dropping down into the stone below you.
Yeah, or melding into the wall, whatever's closest.
The floor is definitely going to be closer.
Okay.
Excellent. Are you aware of your surroundings when you're melded into stone?
I cannot see anything. I make any wisdom perception checks at disadvantage to hear anything. I am aware of the passage of time and can cast spells on myself. I can use my movement to leave the stone where I entered it, but otherwise cannot move. So, not a perfect escape, but it will keep me from being fed to the flesh monster, so I'll take it.
All right. Go ahead and give me that perception check at disadvantage if you don't mind.
Okay. So 12, 10.
All right. Probably about 5 minutes pass when you can hear the sort of slimy sloshing of this cube moving above the area that you came out in, or that you went down into, rather, I should say. And it continues to move. It moves past.
All right.
Takes it probably about a good solid 2-3 minutes to get past you.
I'm going to give it another good 5-10 minutes.
Okay. And then what?
Oh. You know, actually, I'm just going to wait for like a full half hour before I come out of the show.
Excellent. So once you've all done the rest of your recon, the people that you were watching, Charlie, you watched them for about 20 minutes before they seem to like take off in their separate directions and leave the vicinity. Unless you were going to interrupt them.
Nope.
After about 20 minutes has passed, you all sort of regroup and realize that Ithrin has not returned.
You'll send that message. Where you at?
In the floor, something was gonna eat me.
The flow. What you doing in there?
Uh, once I get the message, I'll emerge from the stone and try and regroup.
Excellent.
That is probably the silliest answer you've ever given to that question.
Yeah, probably.
Please give me an intelligence saving throw.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no, I'm dumb.
I am not a smart rat. There's another 10.
Another 10. Excellent. That does not save. As you come up out of the ground, you see the shadows in the area start to flitter around in the edges of your vision. You become frightened. Your speed is reduced by half. And you feel threatened from every side. So you have disadvantage on perception checks. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns with disadvantage.
Okay.
Ithrim basically did the D&D equivalent of when you're a kid and you're scared of the monster in your room, so you just hide under the blanket.
So
what is the source of my fear?
everything around you, all the darkness
Oh.
is the source of your fear.
Oh, then I am running out of the sewers.
All right, you take off running just like bat out of hell. Give me that perception check with disadvantage, if you don't mind.
Oh no. Oh no. I rolled a 6.
Excellent. You round the corner again,
No.
and this time almost directly into another cube. Possibly the same cube, you're not sure.
Well,
You're doing so good.
Sewer.
I need you to make a... Let's see. Dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, okay. 21.
Excellent. You like round the corner and you feel like the early splatter of just the surface gore on this cube, and like back, stop yourself and pull yourself back just in time. As you do, it disgorges, dropping 4 undead in front of you, 4 zombies. What would you like to do?
So I'm still frightened.
Yes. You can make your intelligence save now, though.
Oh, okay.
At disadvantage.
All right. Oh, natural 20, but it's disadvantage. 12.
Not quite enough to get you free.
Okay. So related to where I think my friends are, or where I think the exit is, where are the undead positioned?
They're between you and the entrance you came in.
Okay. Cone of Cold.
I had a feeling it was coming.
Yeah.
And they need to make a save for that?
Yes, Constitution saving throw DC 15.
That's funny. Let's see. Wow. All right, the cube did not make it, and the zombies definitely did not make it.
Okay, they all take 27 damage and they are frozen statues until they thaw, which probably also fucks up my life.
Yep, you freeze the cube and the well, they're only frozen statues if they drop to 0, right?
A creature killed by the spell becomes a frozen statue until it thaws.
Okay, so all of the zombies are frozen statues. That cube is still up.
Okay. But the cube is still in my way?
Yes, and still so like the zombies were right in front of the cube. You froze the zombies and you gave the cube frostbite. It's not happy with you, but it's certainly not dead.
Okay.
Now the rest of you know that Ithrin is somewhere in the floor. What would you like to do with that knowledge?
Where in the floor are you?
You messaging again?
Yeah.
And I get 20 words?
No, that's sending you 25 words, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
This is just our rings, right? Our little
Oh yeah. You can talk freely with your rings.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I'm out of the floor. There's a giant cube. Everything hurts
where?
and I'm dying.
Like where though?
In the sewers.
Oh, sewer, like everybody.
So you're all making your way toward the sewer.
Yeah.
As you start making your way toward the sewer, you see one patrol, a necromancer, 2 zombies, a white, and one of the Morai, like walking over toward the sewer entrance that you were about to head to.
A group battle now. I'm just gonna give Ethan the warning. Yo, you're gonna have more visitors. Like, get out of there now.
They definitely beat you to that door and start making their way into the sewer entrance. As they do so, Ithrin, give me a perception check, please. You no longer have disadvantage on these.
Yay. Oh, 22. They're not trying to kill me anymore.
Excellent. You hear the faintest of whispers, and as you look over, you can see an outline, kind of a huddled humanoid. It says, "This way if you wish to survive."
Come with me if you want to live.
I know.
Basically.
I have no other options. I will follow this mysterious figure.
As you're walking along, you see that they're holding, like they have a chain that is apparently attached to their own ankle that they're holding up as they're moving, holding it taut so that it doesn't rattle.
And is this the same person that I ran into earlier?
No.
Okay.
This person's wearing rags. And if you look at them, you notice that they are, though most of their body is covered, you can definitely see, like on the hand, because they're holding the chain up, that their flesh ends pretty much at the wrist. So it seems like they only have flesh like on areas where they need padding or on areas that are like frequently exposed. Their face, their hands, their shoulders.
Is there some kind of roll I can make to understand what sort of creature he might be?
Sure, you can make a Arcana check or a Medicine check.
I'll go with medicine. 19.
This looks for all the world like one of the way that the wretched were described to you by those wretched that you met. The way they said that there were the different kinds. This looks like they're probably one of the marrow feasters, one of the people who have been dead the longest before they became wretched.
Okay.
He leads you into a little crack in the wall in the sewer, basically. And as you move through that crack, it's tight even for you. And you notice just how much of that of the space he occupies that he doesn't actually take up, as he sort of pulls in his robes and just shimmies through this crack. And when you get on the other side, he starts leading you through some more tunnels. Says, "We have Haven. Keep you safe." What are the rest of you doing up top?
Ithrin, how you holding up?
I found someone who's gonna save me.
Is he in this city though? Is he though?
There are so many things in this sewer that wants to eat me, and I don't think he's one of them.
All right, keep us updated. We don't want to cause too much of a scene.
Yeah, no. And so to this guy, I'm going to tell him, I appreciate you saving me back there.
You're Slytherin.
Yeah, but I don't like to brag.
We could use your help.
Yeah, definitely.
You know tunnels, you know underground.
Yes.
Good.
Do you have a name?
They never gave me a name.
Oh, I'm real sorry to hear that. You can call me Ithrin.
Hello, Ithrin. What are the rest of you doing while this is going on? You're muted, Corey.
What's the timer on dawn or dusk?
You still have several hours to dusk. What you've witnessed, if you stopped where you were at, you saw that patrol go down into the sewer, and you heard kind of a rumble, like a low rumble, emanate from the sewer shortly thereafter.
I think I'm just gonna wait until like.
Yeah, if you continue waiting, about 5 minutes later, they emerge. The woman who's running the patrol is kind of chastising a gaunt man in necromancer's robes. Says, "You were just supposed to go down there and feed it." "Yes, but I saw a interloper, a Slytherin. You probably saw a mouse." "No, you mock me, but there's nothing to mock. There was a Slytherin down there." "Yes, one lone Slytherin manifested here in the midst of Glividotel and summoned enough magical might to destroy your undead servants and corrupt that rot cube. Of course they did."
Idiot.
At least I'm going to get this guy fired.
You can explain to Lucian what happened to his rot cube. No, let's not be hasty. I can build him a new one. You know how he feels about his toys.
if they're gonna keep walking,
Yeah,
can I
they-
trail behind them, see if they go to Lucian right away?
um,
Do a little
yeah, you
stealthy
can try, make a stealth check. What are the rest of you doing while that's happening?
25.
I don't know if I
Chilling
got
out.
drugged down to the sewers with everyone, or because
I
otherwise
assume
I'd
you got
just
drugged
stand
down to the gate of the sewer.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
like you went to there's like a sewer entrance like right outside of the actual Coliseum.
Yeah, I was gonna say we didn't actually go down there, did we?
No,
No, we
No,
didn't.
you didn't go in. No, you just went
Right.
down close enough to see what was right into the entrance.
but
So you're
I
technically
could,
on the
like-
street.
skulks off in tow.
Yeah, like you see them start to go by, and then you look over, and Haiku's just like not standing there anymore. You try to roll perception to see if you catch him, or if you.
I'll do a message like through the rings. I'm just tailing to see if they go to Lucian Dane.
Well, let us know. We'll be behind you about a block.
Yeah, I'm not following too close either, so just enough that I can hear.
All right. Are Alan and Charlie following along as well?
Mhm.
Ithrin, you make your way into a small little hovel, really, that's been carved out into the side of the sewer. Like the actual stonework has been broken, and they like dug out a hut. And you see there's like 6 more of these wretched, all in the same physical condition.
Hi, thanks for saving me.
Yes, you can repay us now.
Yes, what do you need me to do?
You know the sewers, you know the underground, you know tunnels.
I feel like I should be upfront with you. I am very new to this city. I'm good with tunnels. I don't know anything about the tunnels here.
We need escape.
Okay. Tell me more.
You help us get out of the city.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. Mm-hmm.
Good. They start to stand up and like gather their little bits of items that they have. Most of them seem to be like broken and discarded trinkets.
All right. So how much would Ithrin understand about how to get out of the city from here?
The 3 ways out of the city, are go down the lift,
Mm-hmm.
go down the tunnels that you came up through. They're filled with undead and that you don't know how to navigate, or teleport.
Okay. So, all right. I could probably navigate the tunnels out of the city, but they're full of undead. I don't know how they're going to react to you, but they will probably react very badly to me. And I'm here on a separate mission, which is kind of time sensitive.
Mission time. The new mission is help us escape.
All right. What are you running from? Can I ask?
Wizards.
Can it wait for like another day?
Did we wait to save you?
Okay, that's fair. Okay.
You could maybe
Shit.
just lead them to the door, to the tunnels out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I will do that. And I'll send a quick message. Like, hey, I've been sort of press gagged into helping some undead escape. They saved my life, so I kind of owe them.
Lead him to the place where we got here from. Show him a door and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, we'll meet you over there.
Okay. See you soon.
So are you planning to meet back up at where the doorway was, or are you planning on meeting back up at the inn?
I'm assuming they meant doorway.
Yeah, I was just talking about like just show him the door where we got here.
Yeah, and I
just
was
be like,
figuring we'd be like hanging out over in that area, just in case some shit went down. We'd be nearby.
Alright. So you're all gonna head over that way?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I wanted to see if they're gonna lead solution. Not like I don't want to like.
Well, you already went off that way.
Yeah,
can
I just
go
want to
off a
make sure
different
like if they're. Basically,
Yeah,
I'm trying to see if they're trying to like lead him
So
solution.
much for
Dane, if
not
he-
splitting up. You
in the
hear
house and-
Charlotte say somewhere.
Right. They do not go directly to Lucian Dane, though.
Okay, then yeah, fuck that. Yeah.
Those of you who are navigating through the streets, you're going against the flow of traffic, so it's basically like traveling difficult terrain. It's going to take you a while to get there. Under the ground, it depends. Go ahead and give me a survival check to navigate there, if you don't mind, Ithrid.
Okay, well, at least I'm good at this.
Don't say that,
Oh,
bro.
24.
Nice.
All right, you actually almost beeline for it. You are able to avoid every hazard, easily spot things that are going to add to your trip, and just zip through. Get there relatively quickly. Are you taking any precautions while you're traveling in terms of, well, anything really? Or are you just straight up just guiding them?
I'll probably do like at a couple instances be like, okay, wait here, let me scout ahead.
Okay.
Like peek, make sure there's no monsters, and be like, all right, it's clear, let's go this way.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check and a perception check, please.
Okay, stealth is 13 and perception is 16.
Okay. You don't notice anything. I mean, you notice plenty of things, but nothing that like appears to be looking for you. You notice a lot of things. You're like, wait for this, undead alligator to cross up ahead. Things like that, but no guards or anything along those lines. And you're fairly certain that you've managed to make your way without alerting anyone. So you arrive at the door. You're just going to tell them it's full of undead. Good luck, basically.
Okay, so here's the door out of the city. It's full of undead. If you want to wait a couple minutes, I've got some friends who are on their way over.
Okay. Us and your friends go.
I'll
Okay.
ask them when they get here.
You wait for like 45 minutes, and the rest of the group finally pours in. You see her sitting there with 6 marrow feasters.
Hello, these are my new friends. None of them have names.
They never gave us a name.
Me either. All right. So, yeah, there's the door.
You guide us out.
It's just a straight shot. Just keep going. Don't look back. Don't listen to anything you hear. You're gonna hear temptations. Don't listen to them. Just keep going. You'll be out of here in no time.
Why don't you make a deception check there, Haiku?
There you go.
He's telling the truth.
You're absolutely kidding me. I have like a +10 in this. I rolled a nat 1.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
did you?
Yeah,
They
my
like
best skill.
they like start to turn to leave, and then the one that actually like physically guided you out, Ithrin, like stops and turns and looks over his shoulder and says, "Lies, betrayal," and like dives forward. So why don't you all go ahead and roll initiative?
Oh, I didn't want to kill these people. I really didn't.
22.
7.
Everybody?
Yeah, you're all there.
All right.
14.
I rolled a 1, but I got a 5. My second one of the night, though. I'll have you
but-
know.
My attempt is just gonna say, but there is another option before
Right,
a
and-
complete fight breaks out.
What did Alan get?
15.
All right. Well, the first action does go to Haiku. So yeah, you're basically all grouped up. Let me put you all in just on the same map so that you can see some relative distances. So you're all pretty well grouped up.
We're in a building, right?
You're inside of the building, yeah. So there's nobody's gonna see you
All right.
necessarily.
Okay. And also, just in case too, I have the Among the Dead feature. So just in case, whenever they attack me directly, they got to make a Wisdom saving throw of a DC 15, and on a failure, they got to choose a new target or waste the attack or spell.
Is that because they're undead?
Yeah. On a success, if you target the creature with attacker is immune for 24 hours. Okay. So I'm going. Let's see. Probably don't want to do that.
If we resign to leaving by teleportation, we do have a guide waiting for us on the other
I'm going to
That is true.
second level magic missile these guys.
Oh, okay.
So that's 6 darts, right?
Second level is 4 darts.
Second level is 4 darts. Okay.
It just adds 1 dart per level.
Okay. So let me 3, 5, 2, 2, 3, 5, 2, 2, right? So yeah, that's my 4 darts.
Okay. 3, 5, 2, 2.
Yeah.
All right. That brings us to Alan. What would you like to do?
Oh, never mind.
Oh, did you have like a bonus action or something?
I was gonna use it, but not even worth using it right now.
Okay.
How far away am I from the door?
We'll say you're probably, well, they're all between you and the door, but you're so you are 20 feet from the door.
Okay.
Are they in the doorway or no?
I mean, they were gonna go through the door, so I assume that they're in that area-ish.
Yeah, they were like in the doorway.
I'm gonna use a pushing attack and shove them through the door.
You can shove probably 2 of them through the door.
Okay. So I will try. What do I do for that? Because I'm not using my hammer or anything. I guess I have to use my hammer.
Yeah,
Because I have
effectively.
to do, but I'll do like the hammer sideways and just kind of like shove them
That's fine.
Cool. All right.
That works.
Uh, 11 for 1. And then my second attack is 19.
All right. So you go to shove the first.
I'll be right back. Skip me, and if I'm not, if they
Sure.
call me.
So you shove at the first one, and they like catch.
I'm gonna actually do precision attack and then add a superior add the roll to that roll, so to make sure that I hit it.
All right.
So
What's
I'll
your
roll a
total?
d8.
Yep,
Sorry.
and then add that to 11. No, you're fine.
Yeah. That was 8. So
Excellent.
that's another 19.
So 2 19s. All right. So you shove 2 of them out into the hallway.
Yeah. And then can I use sweeping attack and do another creature within 5 feet?
What's the sweeping attack and maneuver?
Yeah.
Does it cost an action?
It doesn't say. It says maneuver sweeping attack. When you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can expend 1 superiority die to deal damage to another creature within 5 feet of the original target and within your reach.
Oh, sure, yeah. You spend the superiority die to do that. So you're shoving a third one out the door, basically?
Yeah, but I rolled a 1.
A natural one?
Yeah.
On your attack to get him?
No, not the attack, the superiority die.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It deals damage. Is the way that the feature's written?
When you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can expend 1 superiority die to deal damage to another creature within 5 feet.
Okay, so that doesn't actually push them, but you do hit them. Yeah.
Can I just not come out with that one?
No. Not even
Damn
close.
it.
All right. That will then bring us to Charlon. Not sure what you want to do.
I'm not entirely sure what I want to do. I think I am actually gonna probably just mage armor myself.
Okay.
As like my main action, but I am also going to try to pitch that they can still go through the door. We don't need to fight.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Sure. Oh man, one of them was a natural 20, but even with disadvantage, I got a 13.
Okay.
It is a way out.
All right. The next action will go to Ithrin. Ithrin, are you going to interrupt what they're about to do and act, or are you going to hold your action?
I'm going to hold my action.
Okay. One of them lunges like they're about to lunge at Charlon, and the other one catches them. Says, they're right. They've gotten us free of the necromancers. This is not a fight worth having. We must learn to pick our battles now that no one is telling us who to fight. He stops and
I'll look
kind
at
of
the
look
rest
around.
of the group and in Lydian language that I assume they're not going to speak. Mention that if we're sure we're going to teleport out of here, maybe the spirit can help them some of the way. But who knows? The undead seem to be afraid of that spirit anyway.
They might also be scared of them.
They all turn and disengage. Charlie, are you going to do anything as they're starting to leave?
I don't think there's any reason I need to, right?
No, you don't have to, for sure. They collect each other and take off, assuming that you're not talking about or to them, and go down into the tunnel. Oddly enough, you don't really hear any screams or anything beyond their footsteps.
Dope.
Ugh.
All right, I'm really glad
All right.
we didn't have to kill all of them. That would have been loud.
I cross
I
my
was-
arms and I look at April and I'm like, why do you have to be so friendly to everyone?
I was gonna thunderwave, but I was like, that makes a big noise for like 300 feet. So I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, basically everything I have would make this entire hut explode in a giant
Yeah.
ice ball. So
I mean, I'm not going to be mean to people. That's just mean.
We got shit to do. We gotta save the world. We can't worry about these guys.
I
There's a
mean, they
whole-
saved my life. I wanted to help them. It all worked out in the end, more or
and we
less.
did. You know, now
I-
we gotta figure out their own way out of here.
I give Ithrin a noogie.
Ow!
have I seen any other mages walking around with mage armor up in the city?
Yes, absolutely.
I will leave my mage armor up. It will probably make me even more intimidating.
That yes, it will probably draw. It may draw some attention, but not,
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna be like, oh wow, there's somebody. They're gonna be like, oh wow, that's a huge person with some mage armor. So, is there anything else you'd like to do before we call things a wrap for this week?
Take a rest because I spent 2 superiority dice shoving skeletons through a door.
Take a little quick rest so I can get my spell back.
You want to take a short rest?
Short rest, yeah.
Yeah, short rest.
We could go back to
Alright.
our inn. We gotta meet whoever there at dusk anyway.
Yeah, we got a couple hours to go still.
Do you want to go back to the inn and then take the short rest?
Yeah.
All right, that's where we will resume game next time. Now, it is my duty to inform the audience that we will not be here for our next scheduled session. Half of the party is going to be away doing Vorpal things that might be involving tails. So yeah, having a IRL meetup, so that'll be fun. But between now and then is Onyx Path Con. It's June 10th through 12th. Lots of opportunities to see a few of our smiling faces, and plenty of other stuff going on with Onyx Path. Lots of celebrations. I will be running Scarred Lands. All the 5e stuff will be on this channel during Onyx Path Con. So all of the Realms of Pugmire, Legend Lore, Scarred Lands, Crossroads Continent, that will be broadcast on my channel at Plastic Age Plays, I should say, rather. The panels will be on this channel at Onyx Path. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So mark your calendars, come out for that. We hope to see you there. I will be running a one-shot with some friends, old and new to the channel. And we'll be announcing those cast announcements very, very soon. So keep an eye out for that. And like I said at the top of the show, there's a 50% off sale over at Indie Press Revolution. Lots of Onyx Path physical books, half off. To celebrate the 10 years of Onyx Path. And I do want to remind you the game that we're running right now, Dead Man's Rest. I have some new pretty neat art in the background for Dead Man's Rest. There, the little necromancer hanging out right there in the corner. But that's up on BackerKit. I'll go ahead and grab that link. And while I'm doing that, let's go ahead and have everyone do our outros. Tell us who you are, what you do, who you're playing, your pronouns, their pronouns, and anything you would like to promote. And let's start it off with Charlie this time.
I am Sarah Schreinerbrew, she, her, also playing Carly, also she, her, but fine with they, them, whatever. I'm all over the internet. I'm usually Wordsmith Sarah Writes, or Wordsmith Sarah, just plain Wordsmith Sarah. Yeah, I'm off tonight, so and I have a Twin Peaks podcast and things, and there's stuff. I do things. Look me up. That's all I got.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Next up, Haiku. Please give us your pertinence.
Hey guys, I'm Mike Mutant. I'm playing Haiku, both he, him. In real life, I am a comic artist. You can find me pretty much anywhere at Mike Mutant.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Next up, we have Charlene.
Hey, I'm Corey Frang, aka Narf, aka Charlong, all of us, they, them. And yeah, the big thing that I like to advertise when I'm on the stream is a video game that I work on called Caves of Qud, QUD. We'll drop a link. And yeah.
Sweet. You got that link you said?
Yeah.
And next up, Alan, please give us your pertinence.
Hi guys, I'm Elena. She, they, I play Alan, she, her. In real life, I'm an art and yoga teacher and artist in Illinois. I am Milena Deneno for my art, or Milena Moves Mindfully for my yoga. And I have Patreon. Oh, and I just reached 1,000 followers on Instagram, so I'm doing a Q&A. So if you have any questions, let me know.
Awesome. And that brings us to Ithrin. Please give us your
Hello.
pertinence.
My name is Rachel. I was playing Ithrin. We're both she, her. Although Ithrin is way more of a trash fire than I could ever hope to be. I am stolen fires pretty much everywhere on the internet. You can find me when I'm not here. I am over at Vorpal Tales. And yeah, as Travis said, we're having a really great get together in about 2 weeks. So I'm going to be there. I'm going to be running some Call of Cthulhu and some Dragon Age, and I'm really looking forward to it. You will find me on Vorpal Tales Sundays and Mondays, and on their Patreon running Call of Cthulhu Horror on the Orient Express.
Excellent. And I just threw a link to their channel in the chat. Go check them out. They're awesome, fun friends of the Onyx Path for some time. And I guess that leaves me, huh? I'm Travis Legge, he, him, they, all fine by me. When I'm not running games here, I'm writing them. Like Dead Man's Rest, for example, which I think you should go and get on Bagger Kit, pre-order it. I've been looking through the proof copies of it. It's getting very close to being in the hands of the people who have pre-ordered it, and it is beautiful. I'm really thrilled with it. Actually, I think it went out to pre-orders, yeah, because we did errata. So if you pre-order it, you can get your hands on it and see how awesome this book is looking. And yeah, we will be back here. Let's see, our next scheduled stream for this then will be the 29th of June. So join us then to find out what further horrors awaits this group in the Necromancer City of Glividots Hell. Till then, be good to yourselves and each other, get your shots, social distance. We'll see you again real soon. Bye.